Good morning, everybody, and welcome to IGTV. This is a production of New York City Metro InfoGuard, and we have with us today RSA, the security division of EMC, and this is their fraud action labs over in Israel, and we're only too delighted to have Limor Kissem with us on the program today. Limor, the only thing that's confusing me is you guys sent me this lineup, and I thought we were supposed to have Dan on the program today talking about simple pervasive threats. Was I wrong on that? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Was Dan supposed to be on the program today, Lamore?
I'm sorry, who?
Dan Cohen?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. What exactly is the topic of your talk today?
It's precisely the topic you were speaking about. I think you just switched it over to me. We're going to speak about SPTs, which are simple persistent threats.
Okay. Well, take it away then, and you're on.
All right, thank you, Joe. So as I was just saying, today we'll take a quick look at SPTs, which is unlike APT, which is advanced persistent threat, are simple persistent threats. And these simpler forms of run-of-the-mill malware are just as persistent and problematic, and nowadays they're causing havoc in enterprise and for other organizations as well. So where do these come from at this point? Well, that our everyday SPTs are banking Trojans and data stealing Trojans, launched in infection campaigns or drive-by download campaigns, and some of them end up on consumer PCs while others end up on corporate machines. And they're sitting there unbeknownst to the user or to the IT department of the organization because they are made to be very stealthy and not appear to be doing anything with the computer. So this is not new, right? We're talking about this today. We're bringing this up today because it is just more relevant than ever before. The fact that Trojans have become a lot easier to buy in the underground or even just downloaded from hacking forums is a big driver for increased awareness and concern with regards to this sort of malware. See, Joe, this is around 2, 3 years ago that selling Trojans in the underground used to only happen when the developer would sell a complete kit for thousands of dollars, and that's what banking Trojans used to go for. But not anymore. Today, the most advanced Trojans can be bought for a couple of hundreds of dollars for each binary. And not to mention all these half-baked Zeus variants that are still being used by botmasters out there, and we even see Zeus version 1 variants are detected in attacks. So when I say these are persistent, they are persistent, have been holding on for years. And as fraudsters put it, everyone has the right to get infected. The result is that all sorts of very stealthy data stealers are all over the place, and they've been plaguing small to medium-sized businesses and corporate machines. They're increasingly targeting companies in order to get the corporate accounts or steal intellectual property. And Trojan operators even steal documents. You know, something as benign as a PDF document, for example, could be a scanned fax with wire transfer details on it. So you have a business wire of tens of thousands of dollars, and now they have all the information from that, and they could try and repeat it. They can, steal scanned contact with the CEO's contract, with the CEO's signature. So if they get copies of company checks and they have the CEO's signatures, they can take it from there and try to do other sorts of fraud. So Trojans don't only steal data, they can also steal documents that are telling of other information that's very sensitive to a company. In a recent report touching on the subject, brought up the slowing economy, saying that the slowing economy is what sends criminals to look for intellectual property that they can exploit or sell for more money instead of trying to defraud one bank account at a time. And there's another article speaking about criminals laying off at the very large and better protected corporations and turning on the small to medium-sized businesses and those that are less protected and less aware. So far, Joe, did you hear me well? Do you have any questions?
No, you're coming in. You're coming over great, and I am listening to every word.
Okay. All right. So overall, looking at where malware is now, if we're taking this a year back, since 2011, researchers have been seeing an 81% surge in attacks using malware. And the number of unique malware variants increased by 41%. Remember I said that the targeted threats have been spreading farther than corporations? Well, 50% of last year's attacks focused on companies with less than 2,500 employees, and 18% of the attacks were focused on organizations with less than 250 employees. So they're going for the smaller and smaller companies. And it's possible that these are being targeted now as a stepping stone as well to a larger organization. So if they're partners with a larger organization, the fraudster will try to go for the small one first and try to get a foothold in the larger organization.
All right, Limor,
So,
why don't we...
again, going for the less defended.
I understand. I'm sorry for cutting you. We got
Okay.
just a bit of a hard break here, and then we'll be right back, okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay, great.